Hey guys, Suro and Disney here, and I'm sorry it's coming late, but you guys needed a vlog of randomness, and I'm going to give you a vlog of randomness. Today I actually went to Busch Gardens, and I want to talk about my experiences. So I need to get a sip of drink here. Love the fact that there's freestyle machines here at Cabana Bay. Amazing. Okay, let's start at the beginning. So, as always, I have to scratch my nose on camera because that's what happens. Number one, real quick before I get going in the vlog of randomness, because randomness is basically just to do some housekeeping. And then we have a topic. Well, the first thing I'm going to say is thank you out there to all of you that have watched my Ariana Grande video. And yeah, we now have a new champion on Pop for most views ever. Like, we're close to 3,000 views on that video right now, so keep them coming, folks, please. I truly appreciate it. I totally appreciate it, too, but I truly appreciate it. And tomorrow I'm actually going to be going to Full Sail University, and I'm going to be checking out NXT TakeOver Our Evolution. Thank you to @FullSail on Twitter for getting me one ticket to go to the event, and I'm very excited about it. Currently, I am uploading video, brand new sip and snack from Busch Gardens, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. That's coming tomorrow. Regular sip and snack video, Simpsons themed, is coming tomorrow. And we have a lot of Busch Gardens stuff coming. I have video from the Christmas on Ice show, and I have video of the Christmas celebration show. So both of those are going to be coming up on Pop very soon. So mark my words, you're going to get some more content from this trip. It's almost over, but there's still a couple days left. I will be meeting my relatives tomorrow morning, and we're going to be heading out to Universal Studios for a little bit. And at 2 o'clock, I will leave, come back here, catch my transportation in a marked white van. I know it sounds bizarre, but believe me, I have full confidence that I will be going over to Full Sail University. And afterwards, who knows what's going to happen? I may have one last big meal before I leave, or I may just come back and chill at the Bayliner. I haven't quite decided yet. So, let's talk about Busch Gardens, shall we? So, I had an idea in September, if you guys remember, to go to Busch Gardens for Halloween. Then I checked into it, realized that there is an actual way I can get from Orlando to Tampa via Mears. The problem is that they pick up right before park closure. So park closed today at 6 o'clock, so we got picked up at 5:45, and we were told to be there 5 minutes earlier. So I would never be able to go to Halloween with this transportation situation. But I am trying very hard to be able to go to Halloween, maybe not necessarily next year. I can try next year. I will try next year. But it's going to be very hectic. Next year's trip is extremely hectic, the September trip. September-October trip. And that's not even counting my special I'm going down for the final week of Horror Nights trip. So we'll talk about that when we get to it. And obviously, that's a guarantee it's going to happen. So we'll talk about that next year. But I'm basically telling you this so I can get you to the point that I really want to go to Busch Gardens. I've had an idea. Joe and I talked about going to Legoland this year. And that kind of fell through. Joe's very hectic work schedule has made it really hard to fall through. As a matter of fact, the only time I actually got to hang out with Joe on this trip was when we both were at the Magic Kingdom for Ariana Grande. So, yeah. He has video, too. So, yeah, obviously. So, yes. That's the only time I really saw Joe. He was supposed to hang out today, but it kind of fell through. Situations, I mean, things get in the way sometimes. Work, situations. So, yeah, wasn't able to make it. So, basically, because of that, I went to Busch Gardens. And I'll explain the reason why. So, obviously, everyone knows I'm a theme park guy. Everyone knows I'm a roller coaster guy. And I've always wanted to ride the coasters at Busch Gardens. I've heard great things about him. I've heard a lot of awesome things about the park in general, and I wanted to see it for myself. I found out about the Mears transportation. I pretty much was sold. But how to make it work? Well, the tickets for Busch Gardens are almost $100. So, yeah, needless to say, it's not going to work out. But luckily, they actually have a deal where they have a weekday ticket for $65. And it includes the free Busch Gardens shuttle, which actually picked me up this morning at the bus stop at City Walk and transported me an hour and 20 minutes to Tampa to go to the park. So why did I come to this decision? Well, Joe wasn't able to go. I found this out. I went to Cowfish last night, which, oh my God, check out the Sip and Snack video. The only thing I didn't get on that video was the fact that I finished it with a cookies and cream milkshake, which was phenomenal. Yeah, Cowfish is the real. So yeah, that was really awesome. And I was at Cowfish and I was thinking, I think I'm just going to go to Busch Gardens tomorrow. Check the weather in Tampa. Looks great. Sounds like an awesome day. Like mid-60s. I was like, sure, I'll go to Tampa. That sounds great. So I booked my transportation on my iPhone that I'm filming with right now. Then I bought my tickets on my iPhone, which I'm filming with right now. And I was thinking, I'm finally going to go to Busch Gardens because my relatives were going to go do the premiere outlets. So they weren't going to be around. So I was thinking, I'm just going to do this. So I did. And it was like a snap last minute decision. I always wanted to go to Busch Gardens on this trip. I always wanted to make it work. And my original idea was actually going to be to meet my dad and I forgot what trip I'm on. I had to meet my aunt, my uncle, and my cousin on Sunday when they arrived. And I would go to SeaWorld with them and then go to Busch Gardens the next day, the day that I went to the Ariana Grande performance at Magic Kingdom. Well, that fell through because Sunday I decided to be lazy and I went to Planet Hollywood. I spent 4 hours in Disney Quest. I know. And I just wanted to have some fun. And then I went to Splitsville. So yeah, instead of doing that, I didn't go to Universal like I wanted to, which I should have went to Universal. Saw Mannheim and the Macy's Parade, which I will not see this year, unfortunately. I don't think anything really changes, so I don't think it's going to be a big deal to miss those this year. Next year, don't worry, I'll jump right on top of that. But I wanted to do something major. And they had a deal where you could get $99 would get you SeaWorld and Busch Gardens together. So that was how I was going to do that day in and second day ticket. And then I thought about it. I was like, no, I'm not going Sunday. Monday, Magic Kingdom, go to the studios with my relatives. That's fine. Busch Gardens. Well, they told me they were going to go to the factory outlets, going to go to the premiere outlets. I was like, okay, fine. That sounds great. That means they're going to be busy. Joe can't make it now. So why not? Why not go to Tampa on a whim? So I did. Now, if you're curious, it's Pib Zero because I love it so much. I really wish it was available in stores. So I decided to get up this morning and catch the 8:30 shuttle to Busch Gardens. Now, first off, shuttle was packed. Totally packed. Like, there's other places you can catch it. You can catch it at the mall. You can catch it at SeaWorld. You can catch it at CSI Experience for some reason. You can catch it there. Universal was the closest one to me, and it actually was the earliest pickup time. So we got there, we got on the bus, and I slept most of the way. They put on Megamind, so we watched Megamind, or at least part of it. So once we got off the bus, we actually were given tickets. The tickets were given to the driver of the next bus that would take us back to Orlando, and that would be our ticket, basically, our ticket to get back on the bus. Our free transport ticket. And I would proceed over to the machines to try to get my ticket to work. Couldn't type it in. Didn't scan. I was like, uh-oh. So I go to a team member that is standing with no line. I was thinking, okay, no line, this isn't going to be that embarrassing. So I went up to her and I said, hey, I have this ticket on my phone. Can I scan it? And then I go to scan it, and then she goes, you need to make it a little smaller. But it somehow went through, and I was in the park. Finally at Busch Gardens. So the mission today was to roller coaster it up. And I was not able to see Christmas Town, which is only available on the weekends. So I was hoping I would get something I could take footage of. I knew that I was going to be doing the sip and snack. I had one part of it. I had no idea what my second part was going to be. It was actually going to be something else, and then I found what I did do at the last minute, which is going to be up tomorrow, so you can check that video out probably after you get this video, at least in a couple hours. All right, so the mission was to ride all the coasters, and there's 7 of them. Here's the problem. And it's the problem I have with SeaWorld too. The Busch parks, or the InBev parks, depending on how you look at it, SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment, I guess is what we're going to call it now. Basically, their issue is they have lockers at all the major attractions, or close to them. The problem is you have to pay 50 cents per usage. Now, of course, I got the backpack with me, the Shrug bag. The awesome one I used in September that got ripped to shreds inside that used to be waterproof. I don't think it is anymore. The one hopefully I'll get a new one and it'll be waterproof for September's trip and October's trip and if need be December's trip. So yeah, I'm gonna be gone so many days. It's unbelievable. But I could buy with a little help from my friends. So here's the thing. I have the backpack with me. So obviously I have my electronics. I have the tablet in case I need to film because lo and behold, last night I actually lost my digital camera at Islands. I have it now, don't worry, no issues. It's actually behind me. Not behind me, it's like more like to that side. It's like on the bed. Because I'm actually just sitting at my desk right now, or my little end table, with the TV's behind me. Or a big white wall's behind me, actually, to be more specific. So, yeah. I have every light on in this room, so it illuminates very well. So I might do that from now on because this actually looks really awesome in here, especially for filming. So we got this taken care of, and I was thinking, okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and actually spend 50 cents on a locker because I have to have my stuff. I have my portable charger with me, obviously. I have it everywhere with me now. It's actually in my pocket at all times when I'm getting ready to film something. I have my stand, the one I'm using right now. Excuse me, good lord. And I've got my like I said, my tablet's there because I lost my camera, so I needed something else to film with. I didn't think I could film with the iPhone. So I was like, okay, fine, I have this. I do have a video on the tablet that I filmed. But I'm not exactly sure if it's going to go up or not. It depends on the quality. It looked bad from my vantage point, so we'll see how it actually turns out. So we got this taken care of. And I was like, oh crap, I get a locker. So I had 50 cents. I had $1. So I had $1 in quarters that I had left over from Disney purchases. And lo and behold, that takes care of 2, and then they're not close together, no, they make it harder on you. And then I had to break a couple dollars so I could ride the rides. Alright, so let's talk about my experience at Busch Gardens, shall we? Obviously, I'm not a person that likes to use maps. I use maps for reading material. I have a map. I'll show you. This is the map. Can't really see it very well, but this is the map. It's a pretty expansive park. It really is. It's pretty major, I'm not gonna lie. So, I was thinking, what am I gonna do? So, I'm gonna wing it. And I did not use any sort of map in order to get anywhere. I didn't even look at that "you are here" thing that was everywhere else. I was thinking, okay, I gotta get to everything, I gotta do everything, and I got one day to do it. How do I make it work? Well, as I got to the front of the park, I realized right away that the first thing I was going to run into was Gwazi. Gwazi is a wooden coaster. I haven't rode a traditional amusement park style wooden coaster in a long, long time. Like, we're talking, like, I have not rode a wooden coaster outside of, like, Big Thunder Mountain or outside of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I have not ridden a legitimate wooden coaster since the 90s. My last trip to Cedar Point, back like forever ago. Like Mean Streak. Like, that's probably the last wooden coaster I rode. Quasi's pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. It's a little bumpy, but it's a wooden coaster. What else is new? So, it's pretty good. I liked it. So, get done with Quasi, and I ended up going over to Shikra. Oh my God, Shikra is incredible. So, you're basically hanging over the side, and you're like, this is like straight. This is straight down. And then it goes over the lift, and it pauses right here to let you see that you're about to drop into oblivion, literally. And then it drops you. Smooth as silk. Love Shikra. Shikra is amazing. Love that ride. Love Shikra. I got to ride Cheetah Hunt. Love Cheetah Hunt. Cheetah Hunt's restraints were a little bit restrictive, but I'm going to guess that was probably because of the G-forces, like, pushed me right against it. So I felt like, I know I didn't, but I felt like, maybe cracked a couple ribs. I didn't know, but you never know. Probably not. Yeah, Cheetah Hunt was awesome. I love the launches, and I do mean launches. There's more than one launch. I believe there's 3 of them. It was like, you're driving along, zoom, and then all of a sudden you're driving along, zoom, and it was like, you're driving along, zoom up a hill, and you do that pretzel at the top. Oh my God, Cheetah Hunt is the real, to quote the Iron Sheik. So, yeah, I got to ride. I'm not going to do this in order or anything. I'm just going to explain what I did. And went over to, I believe it's Zambia Cafe, and I had lunch, just short little lunch, had some chicken strips, french fries, soda, just normal stuff. So I got that taken care of, so I was like, I'm hungry, I need to eat some food. And I was thinking, okay, I need to get some video. And me walking around a park aimlessly is not good television. It might be, but it's not good television. You guys didn't watch the SeaWorld walk around videos, so that's probably what proves me that they're not good television. So we got this taken care of, and I went over to the Christmas on Ice show. Enjoyed it. It was good. Good for what it was. The ice skating stuff was really, really good. I was very close. Had some good views, some good video of it. That video is coming up soon. And I also, while I was out there, got to go to the Christmas celebration, which is the Pantopia Grill, which is the same place that they do the Fright Feast for Fiends at Hallow Scream. I've got a great video of that. I got to ride Montu. Montu is awesome. I love Montu very much. Smooth as silk. I could have took a nap on that ride. It was awesome. Kumba, which of course takes me back to the roller coaster videos that I had with the red and blue 3D glasses back when I was a kid. The ones that I took for like extra credit points in science class before. It took me this long to ride Kumba finally. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I got to ride the Sand Serpent, which is a wild mouse coaster, and pretty good, actually. I liked it a lot more than Primeval Whirl, and a lot more than Mulholland Madness or Goofy Sky School. I don't know if it's changed at all since I rode it last. I rode it when it was Mulholland Madness. Now, we'll find out if it's changed at all, because obviously I'll be riding it next year at DCA. So, that was fun. And I rode the Scorpion, which really seemed like it should not be able to get you upside down. It kind of reminds me of a ride you would get to like a Camden Park, you know, the Death Trap in West Virginia. But yeah, something like that, like not a regional amusement park, like one of those mom and pop amusement parks that have the roller coaster just has one big loop. But Scorpion actually went into something other than that, so that was kind of cool as well. So yeah, I enjoyed that. I will state that park's expansive. I walked a lot, but it seemed like everything had a point to be where it was, honestly. When I got to Pantopia and I looked up and I saw Falcon's Fury, and I was like, can I ride this? And I thought about it. And I looked up and I saw it actually drop. I was like, okay, I can ride this. And I got it already excited, and then I started watching a couple more times, and then I pretty much psyched myself out of it. So yeah, I was like, nope, Owen's not riding that. Maybe eventually. I doubt it, though, but you never know. And to my friend Drunk at Disney on Twitter, No, I didn't get a chance to ride the Sky Ride, unfortunately. Sorry. So, I did my sip and snack video, which I originally wanted to do a snow cone because obviously ever since Halloween Horror Nights I've really wanted a snow cone. I wonder why. Well, the snow cone idea was shot down because I saw smoothies and they said blueberry lemonade smoothies. And I was like, ooh, it sounds good. So I was like, yeah, this is definitely going to be the second part of the sip and snack video. I thought it was just going to be like a regular frozen lemon. It's like, this isn't part of the sip and snack. This is just so I can have something to drink this down with because I ended up eating the Twisted Tales Bacon Pretzel Fury, the long like skewer which has a twisted pretzel like doused in pretzel salt with a giant piece of bacon protruding up and down it. Oh, so good. I understand if you don't like that. I get that. I understand people might not, but I loved it. I thought it was awesome. So yeah, and then I went to Critters at one point, opening night Critters. It was I did that for my mom because she said, it was funny because a long time ago we discussed going to Busch Gardens, and she was like, I don't want to see Critters. And I was like, well, you know what? I got video of Critters now. Whether I put it up or not, it's anyone's guess. I don't think it looks very good from what I was filming because the spotlight actually made it very white, like the back of this wall white, or the table that I'm on white. Or this thing right here that you can't see, obviously, that I'm trying to point to. There it is. What I'm pointing to right now, if you have an iPhone and you are used to filming on it, there's a white circle at the bottom. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's extremely white. So I don't know if it's washed out enough that it's going to be viewable. We'll see. And we'll find out if it is or not. So, yeah. Then we got back on the bus. Watched the end of Megamind after it was over. We watched the Croods until it was over. Well, until we got out of the bus. And then I went over to Islands. I found my camera case. Went into NBA City. And unless you believe anything otherwise, NBA City is not going anywhere, folks. It's got at least 5 years left on its contract. Again, I'll believe that when I see it. Now, the rumors of WWE taking over, that's not going to happen. And the rumors of the Cheesecake Factory, that's not going to happen, supposedly. I'm hearing a lot of rumors about the Cheesecake Factory coming to City Walk. So, yeah, I think it probably will happen. And she also told me that it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that NASCAR is going to become NBC Sports. An NBC Sports bar basically is what it's going to be. So yeah, don't believe everything you read, folks. But then again, maybe this person's just doesn't know. Maybe she just hasn't been informed yet. It's like, oh, by the way, I'm sure the people at some places don't know exactly. It's like one day you're working, having a great time, making money, and then next thing you know, oh, by the way, you're getting shut down. We'll get you another job, but you're getting shut down. So it's like, you never know. Who knows? So went to City Walk, walked around, met up with my aunt and uncle and my cousin, and came back here to Cabana Bay. Found out that I don't have to walk outside in order to get to my room in Americana, the one I'm in right now, which is awesome. So now I'm going to try to actually ask for this room in September next year. Yeah, I can imagine my mom and I sharing this room. I think it's a good possibility. We'll see. So that's what we've got, and great trip to Busch Gardens. A couple things. Number one, I would like to be able to go with somebody so I don't have to get a locker everywhere. Somebody that doesn't want to ride. So someone's willing to hold stuff, or friends that are willing to hold stuff. Number two, I don't like the fact of the lockers, 50 cents a pop. I understand it's all about money, but my God, that's ridiculous. I don't like when SeaWorld does it either. And it's not a good idea because the lockers are very messed up because you have to put the change in. Here's what you do. You open the door, you put the 2 quarters in, then you shut the door, and then you turn the key. And if you turn the key the wrong way, just slightly, it won't lock. And then you have to go to the nearest gift shop and get a refund for your money. Or you just have to just deal with it. And deal with the fact that your locker is not locked. And I don't recommend doing that. But that's what you got to do, I guess. And the coasters are world class. I liked every single coaster I was on the day. Like I said, the restraints on Cheetah Hunt, a little bit to be desired, but they were fine overall. I mean, once we got going, I didn't care anymore. I was like, this is kind of tight. And then I thought about it, and I was like, wait a minute. I don't care because this is really cool. This is really awesome. And I'm enjoying myself right now. Excuse me. Felt that coming on, sorry. So yeah, a very successful trip to Busch Gardens. I hope to come down for Howl-O-Scream some year. Whether it's next year or years down the line, I hope it happens. Whether I go down with friends, which I think would be the only way I can go to Howl-O-Scream. I have to go with friends. So, if I can make it happen, like go down with Joe, or go down with HHN Trogdor, my friend Matt, or maybe go down with a couple of other people, like we could possibly work that out. If I can, then I'll go to Howl-O-Scream. If not, I probably won't go back to Busch Gardens for a while. It's a hassle, but it's not a hassle. I mean, it's not that bad to go down for a day, and you can get everything in a day, because this was a very, very, very unbusy day. And the temperature was the same as it was here. It was a little bit more breezy at times, but by and large, it was still a really great experience. And if you get a chance to go to Busch Gardens and you're a roller coaster fan, if you're like a huge roller coaster fan, and you think Disney's too tame, and you think Universal's, it's kind of there, it is there, but it's like, they're still not quite there. And if you have already done Manta and Kraken at SeaWorld, and you want something new, you have not been able to get down to Busch Gardens, there's a way you can do it now, which all you need to go is, simply put, just a ticket to get in. And that's it. And then your transportation's covered. You don't have to drive down there. You don't have to waste gas, waste time, waste money. All you have to do, hop on a bus at your designated location and just go. And it's worth it. It really is. Shows are good. Continuity for the shows. They seem like, okay, Christmas song to Christmas song to Christmas song to Christmas song. It's basically what the two shows were like for me. I did not see Elmo's Christmas Wish because I was told it's basically the same show was at SeaWorld, which I already have video of from last year. And I missed the other show, which is called Christmas from the Heart. Timing did not work for me. So yeah, that was that. Did not see any of the other shows because none of them were running at this point. So, excuse me. Alright, I guess we're going to cut and go right back into it. I guess that means that my camera's telling me to wrap it up. So, basically what I'm going to say right now is, hopefully you enjoyed the vlog of Randomness talking about my trip to Busch Gardens Tampa. Got a brand new sip and snack coming at you guys tomorrow, which actually will be up at midnight. And hopefully, as long as everything works out, got another sip and snack Simpsons themed, which is coming tomorrow too. This tomorrow, whatever that means. And Friday, AJ's movie reviews returns. Saturday, Ashley returns. Sunday, brand new verses. Got a lot of awards content we're going to talk about. Obviously, we had the SAG Awards that were, the nominations were given today. And tomorrow will be the nominations for the Golden Globes. So, we're going to kick that back into award season. Got a lot of content coming at you. Plus, we have some more theme park content. I do have video from the aforementioned shows of Christmas on Ice as well as the Christmas celebration show. I do have video from opening night Critters, but I'm not sure if it's going to go up or not. It depends on the content, the way it looks. To me, it didn't look very well because, like I said, I had that whitewash effect on the video. So, who knows if that'll happen or not. If not, no worries. We'll go back to normal next week, obviously. We have Sunday is going to be TLCS, which is Tables, Ladders, Chairs, and Stairs. That apparently happened while I was gone, so that's going to be coming at you on Sunday night, Monday morning. Monday we'll go back to Raw. Tuesday we'll be going back to the normalcy here. We're going to actually recap Raw on Tuesday. Wednesday, back to another vlog of Randomness. Thursday is going to be a brand new sip and snack. We're going to be talking about some holiday-themed cereals, as well as we're going to talk a little bit about Tang. And that's coming at you. And of course, Friday, AJ's movie reviews. We're going to be talking about some new stuff, some old stuff, and some limited release stuff. So that's coming at you very soon. Reviews coming at you very soon of Exodus and Tusk and the disappearance of Eleanor Rigby. There's a lot of things coming at you very soon. Of course, Ashley's next Sunday. Excuse me, brand new verses. You know how we do here on Pop. And this will take us into 2015. So, as always, if you like these videos, tell your friends about them, leave a comment, do subscribe, help spread the word about Pop. If you haven't yet, go to Facebook, click like on our Facebook fan page. It is Sir Owen Disney Pop. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, it's at Sir Owen Disney. Facebook me if you'd like, it's Owen Disney. Last but certainly not least, you want to talk Disney with me or Universal. Halloween Horror Nights, you want to talk about my Busch Gardens trip a little bit more. I didn't really say anything different. I just, you have any more questions, hey, Owen, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? And I was like, well, I can answer those. There's no problem with that. If you have questions for me that I can't answer on here for good reason, shout me out that way. Or if you would like to become a popcaster yourself, if you have video content ideas for Versus, or Sip and Snack, or Vlog of Randomness, or any other thing under the spectrum here on Pop, you're more than welcome to send me an email, siroandisney@gmail.com. So in the meantime, I want to thank you guys and girls out there for watching, and until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all I got to say about that.